everyone, and welcome to All Things Fantasy, where we talk about books, games, and films about all things, well, fantasy. I'm Matt, also known as the Wolven, and hello! It is good to see all of you here, back on the All Things Fantasy channel, where we are joined by these amazing group of people as we play Pathfinder's first adventure path for Pathfinder 2nd Edition, known as Age of Ashes, as you can see down below on this handy-dandy screen. I hope you're having a fantastic evening tonight. So, we're going to go into our characters and let our incredible cast, describe who they are, what they're doing, what they're about. But first, you and I, we really need to have a conversation. And that conversation is about plot twist cards. Now, these plot twist cards can either help or hinder the party. You can pick a number from 1 to 51. I'll pick out one of these infamous cards, and I'll play it during tonight's game. Now, these cards can either help or hinder the party, and as the party can well attest, they can either come to some hilarious or some disastrous results. Yes? I'll take that silence for yes. So, if you in chat want to pick a number from 1 to 51, that'd be great. Let us go to our players now, shall we? We'll start off with the lovely Jasmine Bailey as she plays the character Mitsu. How are you going?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great, thank you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about Mitsu?
So I play Mitsu, who is a Tengu fighter. She is obsessed with all the shinies, and she aims to collect as many as she possibly can.
Wonderful, wonderful. Now, in spirit of things, as we are officially not sponsored by tea, what tea would Nimitsu be drinking?
See, that is a very, very good question, and any tea is okay, as long as it comes in a shiny mug.
So it's not necessarily the tea itself, it's the mug that the tea is in.
Has to be shiny no matter what.
That's a good answer. I like it. Going along the list, we have the indomitable Kajabi, who's playing the character Vic. How are you going?
I'm doing fairly well, all things considered.
That's great to hear. Why don't you tell us a little bit about your character Vic?
Well, I am playing Vic, a Kobold champion of Apsu. He's in the middle of a rather odd situation where someone has been serenading him in the forest. He thought he found the person and is in hero brain mode helping them, when everyone, including me as a player, knows it's almost certainly not this person.
I mean, she hasn't necessarily. What's wrong with her? Hazel is a fine, upstanding young kobold with a bright pinkish hue to her scales. What? There's nothing absolutely wrong and or suspicious about her in the slightest.
Oh, none whatsoever.
No, nothing wrong with her. Going along next, we have Sam Pipe, who plays the character Kai. How are you going?
Very good, thank you.
That's great. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Well, Kai is a tiefling magus of the Laughing Shadow variety. Might be slightly, possibly mildly insane.
Just a little bit.
Yep.
And what?
A bit of a world of hurt.
Yeah, exactly. And what tea would Kai drink?
She'd probably have a honey tea without the water. And extra honey.
So it's just a cup of honey.
Yep. With slight tea flavouring.
All right.
Wait, so you'll have a cup of honey with tea leaves sprinkled in it for crunch?
No, just on top, like sprinkles.
And do you take sugar in that tea?
Of course.
And milk?
No, milk ruins it. It has to be just sugar, honey, with a sprinkling of tea leaves on top.
And a squeezing of lemon.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh,
How else do you drink tea? Last but not least for tonight's game, we are joined by a relatively new phrase, a new person to this channel, and a new person to Pathfinder 2nd Edition in general. We have the incredible, energetic Renvolio, who's playing the Bard Callahan. How are you going, Renvolio?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm great. Now tell us a little, actually, better yet, don't tell us a little bit about your character. Except for what tea they would drink.
What tea? See, I have to apologize. I'm a bit more of a coffee man.
Not unacceptable. Get out.
Anything to keep the blood pumping and the person awake.
Chamomile tea. That's exactly what it will do.
No, I'll stick with my dirty bean water, thank you.
Chamomile sends you to sleep, not keeps you awake.
He doesn't know that. All right.
I'll side with Renvolio on this one. Coffee all the way.
Yep, coffee is the
Yeah,
best.
yeah. As a person, definitely coffee.
Well, all of you are traitors, so shall we go into the game? All
It's not too
right.
late for him to kill us all.
Alright, and a giant meteor hits exactly where the five of you are. Now, also on the table we have Nightingale, who plays Isabella Jones, who was unable to make it to tonight's game, so we should send her all the birds, make sure she's doing alright. As well as the incredible Tastriel, who is unable to make it at this point in time, but may show up later today. So keep an eye out. As soon as Tas joins us, he'll be joining us shortly. Now, where did I leave you? Oh, that is right. You stand in a glade deep within the Margui Expanse, a large jungle half forgotten by time, as you're hunting down the Cinderclaw cult, a cult with the only idea of reincarnating and bringing back into Galarian the destruction draconic god himself, Dahak, the main chief enemy and son of all of the good dragon
Apsu.
Thank you.
Did you forget for a moment?
No. I'm the
Not like
GM.
it's
I
been
never
3
forget.
weeks. Not like it's only been 3 weeks or anything.
Yeah, exactly. It's fine. No, I'm just being dramatic. Having a dramatic pause. Now, with this, they've found their way into the Margui Expanse, where Dahak was fallen first by the Kunje elves thousands of years ago. And now they attempt to bring him back. The party have tracked them down to this mine, where it mines gold. Not just any gold, no. Gold laced with a deadly chemical known as arsenic. What they plan to do with this gold is still yet to be determined by the party. But they did find someone hidden in the shack, in what appears to be a laboratory, in a makeshift laboratory, a pink-hued kobold by the name of Hazel. Vic, being Vic, decided to play heroics and decided to try to rescue her. And Hazel went along. But yet, as you escaped, or as you attempted to escape, you hear the sounds of rushing feet, ape-like brain, as well as the sound of an energy beam, a sound familiar to all of you. The sound of a dragon-headed pillar about to fire once again. We come back to here. The scene, my friends, is yours. Cool, Mitsu.
Stunned.
Yeah, Mitsu is in fact stunned, as she has been hit by the beam of indigo light, I think it was.
Vic, I think it's time we give one and be somewhere else.
Yes, they could agree. Okay, you're here Isabella's here. Hazel's here. Where's Malleus and Mitsu?
You see Malleus inside the hut. He seems to be playing around with some of the vials there.
Okay, Malleus is there. Has anyone seen Mitsu?
Uh, I thought she was with you.
Sorry, I had to help newbie help. What's going on? I'm stunned.
Yep.
How long am I stunned for?
You are stunned for a full. I think it's like a full minute or so. It's a long time. Let me double check.
So was the plan to go off and camp so we're all healed, and then come back and deal at the tower? Was
Yep.
that that was the plan.
I think it was.
Okay. What? Mitsu can't move. Can she talk?
Let's find out. Can you talk whilst you're stunned? No, you become senseless.
Kai's going to sneak up to the edge of the corner of the building.
All right. You creep up to the corner of your building. You look inside the window. You see Malleus. His back is turned. He seems to be playing with some sort of regents. You see him. You hear the sound of clinking glass as he attempts to make something.
Malleus, I suggest doing that somewhere else. I think we've overstayed our party welcome.
Huh? What? Yes. Of course.
And is Mitsu in there with you?
No, Mitsu should be out there with you.
Kai's just going to look around, possibly just look around the corner.
What's Mitsu's facial expression at the moment?
She looks like she's being electrocuted. Wait, she's stunned, right?
Yes.
So I don't know. She's staring off into space, not reacting to anything, and just frozen like a statue.
So she's like in my usual state.
Yes, but more bird-like.
Ah, of course, of course.
Mitsu, I think it's time we leave.
I think they're up here. Quick!
Vic thinks we need to go, now.
Kai's going to just run up beside Mitsu, and keeping low because
Yep.
she knows there's something in the mine,
Yep.
and it sounds like they're coming up. Mitsu, time to go.
Can I blink?
Yes, you can blink.
Do you know Morse code, Kai?
Does
She knows
Mitsu
that-
know Morse code?
She can attempt to know Morse code.
She can pretend to know Morse code.
Alright, so she's going to just blink rapidly, then point her eyes toward the mine, and then blink again, going, attempting to say, "I'm stunned. The tower shot me. Help!"
Mitsu is blinking. Mitsu tries to blink. You see at the top of her eyelid is twitching slightly.
And does Kai see this increasing
Yes.
number of enemies come?
Everyone does.
Kai's going to go for the plan of no time to talk. Grab Mitsu and attempt to carry her away.
All right.
Drag her.
Even if I could resist, I wouldn't.
Roll me a strength check as you attempt to just athletics check as you pick Mitsu up and begin to run away with her. As a horde of Chiracaran boggards see you. I should say that Isabella goes, nope. and makes her way up. Malleus goes out, goes, "Hey, look, Nope!" And makes his way around.
How does a 26 sound for athletics?
Yep, that's enough to pick. That's enough, definitely enough to pick up a Mitsu.
Yep. And she's just going to do the nope and follow me, guys, because
All right. Does everyone do the grand nope?
Yes.
All right, cool.
I mean,
Alright.
Mitsu has no choice in this save, but I guess so.
All right. As you make your way to the tree line, Mitsu, you feel you come back being you get your senses back, though you still seem a bit sluggish.
Alright, where are we going?
Anyway.
surprise party somewhere else.
What happened? Where are we?
Explain later.
Look, there they are. They've gone to the tree line. After them. Hey.
Here's what Sky's going to do behind the party.
All right.
Start dumping produce flame.
Cool. They kind of shy away from the produced flame. Does anyone else do anything to try to get out of the to try to create some distance?
Vic is running as fast as his little legs can take him.
And yet Hazel is still running faster. All right. After roll me. If you're taking the lead, Vic, can you please roll me a survival check? As you try to lose these guys in the tree line.
Oh, what could possibly go wrong with this?
That's fine.
Kai just committing some arson at the back.
7.
7. All right. As you make your way through, 7. All right. You make your way through the tree line. You believe you know where you're going. Suddenly,
Vic's going this way.
hey Vic.
Yes?
Actually, no. No. In fact, I want Callahan. Callahan. You've been walking through the jungle for a while now.
Oh, absolutely. Days on end.
Yeah, days on end. You have not found the Akunje elves, even though you have been hired by them to play during one of their festivals. Now, you've been sent to the right location, but every time you get to points, you seem to go blind for some reason.
It's pretty annoying.
It is super annoying. You hear the sound of rushing feet towards you. Roll me an acrobatics check.
Yep.
Or
Nice.
unless you want to hide or do something else.
No, I just gotta figure out how the rolling system works.
All right. Go into your skills, your proficiencies.
Yep.
Give me a sec, I can jump.
Click your acrobatics.
Yes. And then roll.
And then roll.
Oh, that's very nice.
Cool. You hear the sound of rushing feet towards you. In front of you, coming along the pathway, or when I say pathway, I mean more of a goat track, there is 2 kobolds. One that's kind of like a brassy gold, as well as one that's slightly pinkish. They are running straight at you. They are followed by what appears to be 2 tieflings, a bird person, and a human, all running at you. You just manage to duck out of the way as they run past. You do not get trampled.
Well, that's very lucky.
You hear the sound of even more footsteps coming behind them.
I must be very popular.
Sorry.
I will. I'll probably try to roll out the way for these guys too.
Yeah. As you get closer, as they get closer, a couple of them seem to be wielding what appears to be crossbows.
Oh, so they're not
They
the
s-
elves I'm searching.
No, they are not. They appear to be frog-like and ape-like creatures.
So no pointy ears.
No pointy ears,
Ah, that's a
except
bit
you
of a
see
shame.
plenty of pointy crossbow bolts pointed at you. He
Um,
must be one of them!
Oh, I'm. No, I'm with them, and I start running.
Alright, can everyone roll me another survival check, please?
Everyone,
Everyone.
thank God.
Uh,
Alright, after some time, and I mean after a lot of time, like maybe 2 hours, 3 hours of running, hiding, escaping, you manage to outwit or outmaneuver these group of Cyndaquil cultists. It's close to night. It is close to nightfall, and you've found this rocky alcove. Maybe a good place to camp up for the night.
mm,
Also, you seem to have picked up someone.
You me out of breath.
All of us would be.
Yep.
Hey, where did you come from? Who are you?
I'm Callahan. I was searching for an elf group. I was supposed to be playing here, but you see, I just couldn't get past this rock. It was just in the way constantly. And then you guys ran past, and well, I thought you were just in such excitement that I decided to follow you. Besides, it was better than being shot.
Malleus nods. It's a rather familiar story.
Wait, so you're looking for a bunch of elves?
Yes, I am. I'm due to play there. Tonight or tomorrow night. I'm not sure. I don't know how long I've been out here for.
what is time?
So you're looking for the elves, which Vic thinks elves are that way.
That way.
Um,
You point west.
the complete wrong direction.
Yeah. Oh, so you point east.
Vic isn't known for his survival.
Yeah, you point east. Further east. Further into the jungle.
That way. Are you sure? Have you met them before?
Yes, Vic has met them before. In fact, they wanted us to help.
Oh really? Oh well, that's amazing.
Whoa! You're part. You Vic part of Ikunje elves? Hazel kind of starts slowly backing away from you.
Kai's gonna... So, tell me, what is your story?
Hazel's story is Hazel's story.
So you're
Once
Hazel.
there was Hazel, then Hazel here, then Hazel with you.
So, if I was to say this in Kai's going to say something Margui. Hazel do this. Hazel do. Go and do that.
Who said these things?
Just a few chakra from back at the mine. They seem to be familiar with you.
Tiefling trust Chakra? What makes you think not Chakra plan? Then again, Chakra are not that smart.
Can I discern anything from this? Like, is she lying or something?
Roll me a perception check.
Can Mitsu roll 1 too?
Yes.
She don't trust this person.
Yes. All right.
25?
25?
Vic, on the other hand,
34.
All right. Kai, I was gonna play this card, right? I'm gonna play this card. The Way with Words. As the sunlight falls down, a single finger of sunlight peeks through the trees and hits on Hazel almost like a spotlight. She looks up. Hazel's story is a sad tale. Hazel has run from many things, from many people. And I think it is time for Hazel to come clean. After years of running, after years of being put under the thumb, it is time. It is time for Hazel to come forth and speak Hazel's truth. Yes, Hazel might have once been a Cinderclaw cult member. One day, perhaps in the past, long ago, before the Cinderclaw's morality changed, before things turned serious, before things turned real, once Hazel joined Cinderclaw cult just to rebel against overbearing parents, but now it's become serious. It's become too much. And Hazel knows she's done wrong. But don't you think Hazel could find redemption in the arms and eyes of you 6? Don't you think Hazel deserves a second chance? A new life. A free life. One where she can redeem herself. Is that not too much to ask? Isn't everyone worth a second chance?
Vic hugs her, saying, "Ashley forgives you."
This is beautiful. I've met new friends. I start wiping away a tear, and they're just so friendly and so nice.
Mitsu stepped back awkwardly, still not believing her.
Yep.
Very, very highly suspicious.
I've run away from a few situations.
She gives Vic a reassuring hug and nods over at Kai. Exactly.
And at one time I did join that particular group, and all I know was they got... one day we were planning something, then I overslept, and then when I got up, they were on pikes.
So you see, Hazel deserves that second chance. Hazel deserves another opportunity. An opportunity to show how much Hazel has changed in the past several years. One where she can truly be free and to be herself. And if it means that you require my help to take down the poor, underappreciated Cinderclaw cult, well, ever since the leadership changed, but that's a different story. Don't you think Hazel should help?
Well, as former member, Hazel would probably have useful information.
So we're not gonna go see the elves. Wait, what is it you guys are doing out here? 'Cause I don't know your story.
Callahan has just realized he has just joined a group of strangers that know each other, but not him. Callahan gets slightly nervous.
It took me a little bit.
Shall I explain the whole story?
Yes. That'd be very nice.
Now, the spotlight that was on Hazel seems to shift slightly, and Kai kind of moves into it so that she is now in the spotlight.
You see, it all started at Breach Hill, where we got hired to sort out some problems that some goblins were having. And then it turns out this citadel that these goblins were camped out in had a portal nexus under it, which the only portal we could get working, which the Cinder Claws had come through, who were giving the goblins problems, led to the Margaret Expanse, somewhere around the Kunjay Elves. And then it turns out the Kunjay Elves were having issues with the Cinder Claws and some totems. So the Kunjay Elves have got us to deal with the totems.
Vic
And-
raises his hand saying, the totems are the things making people blind.
And this posh person, Isabella can agree with, up in kind of a bit pompous, hit with a paddle, which led us to deal with some more totems, and then led this mine.
Hey, Callahan, roll me a survival check or a no, not survival. Roll me an intelligence check for me.
An intelligence, I can do that.
Yes, please.
Hang on, let me just figure out where it is.
You'll need to go roll 1d20 plus your intelligence modifier.
Is that in the chat?
Yes, in chat. Continue your story, sorry, Kai.
And yeah, the group around the mine kind of we're a bit of a trouble, as well as this bird creature thing that's tried to take me away and I think eat me or drink from me. Got away from that.
Drink? What? Drink from you?
With a 16, looking at their clothing, they seem to come from an area maybe Taldor, which is several months' travel to the west. Northwest-ish.
Oh, okay. And is that close?
No.
Oh, so it's a big journey. All right. Well, that does explain a lot of things. There's a bit of questions here and there, but no, you guys make sense. You guys seem like awfully friendly people. I accept this. I am I'm Callahan. I don't know if you know this already. And I can play.
He holds out his lute, rather proud with himself.
Yes.
Kai.
She holds out her short sword, proud of herself.
No, she probably just materializes into her hand and then picks her fingernail with it.
I am Mitsu. I pull out my great sword and just hold it up in the air proudly.
Hazel looks over at Vic. Can I look at these chums?
Reading the room, Vic. Vic goes, Vic. Hazel, can Vic have his shield back for a bit?
Sure.
Vic takes his shield back and then holds that up.
Malleus and Isabella look at each other, and they just kind of... Why are we holding our weapons? No idea,
doesn't-
just trying to fit in.
Vic doesn't know.
I start to smile and just go, does this mean I've made friends? It's been so long. I've been out here for so long. It's so lonely, you know.
How do
But
you
then-
know how long you've been out for? 'Cause
Oh,
you
you
don't
s-
know.
Hey,
Oh, you see,
Callahan.
oh, you see, I
Callahan.
don't.
Callahan, you
Yes.
make your way and actually touch one of them, and you just breathe a sigh of relief knowing that they're real and not another hallucination.
Thank God. More like looking up to Mitsu, considering
Yeah.
probably my size.
Yeah.
So just randomly through this adventure today, you're just gonna randomly touch us just to make sure we're real.
Yeah. There's only so many nights where you can lull yourself to sleep with a lute.
Anyway, Hazel, looking around, kind of goes, well, that's all well and good, but do you guys still want to take down the Cinderclaw cult?
Vic very much does.
Well, Hazel will be quite happy to help you. For a favor, of course.
What does Hazel need?
A couple of my... clansmen, a couple of my clanspeople, my tribespeople, escaped from the gold mine. I saw them heading west. If you can find them, make sure they're safe, and to tell them that the thorn scales will begin again. They know where to find me. I don't know where they are. They could be anywhere in this God's forsaken jungle. But I saw them running west.
Okay.
If you want to
And-
find me, I'll be making my way to the river. I'll be setting up a camp just where the yellow pillar dragon head was.
Okay, so your clan or your tribe ran west, and tell them that they can find you by the river, where the yellow totem was.
You did disable that already, right? You did
Yeah.
disable that, right?
Does uprooting it count?
Did its eyes turn off?
I
Pretty
believe
sure.
so. Maybe.
Doesn't shoot
Didn't
anymore.
check.
You know what? You know where... Which totem pillars have you destroyed?
Does anyone have a map?
Yes, give me a second.
Here and here and here and here and here. Oh, and here too.
Alright.
Oh, and this one as well.
So yeah, very well. I'll be waiting at the fork of the river, where the yellow dragon pillar was.
Oh yeah, we smashed that one.
If you come find Hazel there as well, Hazel will be able to tell you more information and tell you where the main headquarters of the Cinderclaw cult is.
Hazel could mention that now. Hazel already here.
Yes, but Vic hasn't gone and got Hazel's tribespeople back, has he?
Do we know if they're actually alive?
No.
Oh. Well, that is a bit troublesome, isn't it?
Yeah.
Look, Hazel, no offense, but we're already in the middle of our last favor.
Very well. Then I'm sure you can continue very well by yourselves then.
Well, Vic would be happy to look for a tribe if you can.
I'll be staying by the fork of the river. If you can find my tribe's people, bring them to me, or at least tell me about them, whether they're dead or not. You can find me there. You can find Hazel there.
How do we know they are tribespeople?
They'll answer to the Thorn Scale's name.
But if they're dead,
Well, if they're dead, well then what other group of 5 kobolds lying around in a circle would there be?
That sounds very specific.
Yes, there's 5 of them.
If we find the do you want the bodies or
No.
is that a bit too much?
No, that's a bit too much. I'm
Oh,
just
okay.
after to make sure if they made it safely or not. I don't think they would go near Akravel. Hazel doesn't think they'll go near Akravel. But they did flee. They did flee west.
The explorer, who was his name again? He had a map with a cross on it.
Prendergast?
Yeah.
Yes. He was talking about some ancient temple he found and was looking forward to destroying it. The temple could be found.
I'm sure it was around here-ish.
Here-ish.
I think that's what he's.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was.
Yeah, that's where it was. Is it possible they went there or possibly another dragon totem?
I do not know. Well, Hazel doesn't know.
Oh. Well, it's not too much out of the way. And as good of a place to look as any.
Maybe it's some answers.
As the party sits around a campsite that has not yet been started, night truly falls upon the jungle. The sound of frogs and crickets and other shifting noises of the darkness creep upon them. And yet, the party still finds themselves sitting in a circle around not even around a fire.
This brings back memories. Except this time I have friends.
If the rest of you don't mind, Kai's just going to collapse for a while.
Okay, before you do, can you start fire? In this very small specific area, not the whole forest.
Specifically, right here, on these things that allows it to burn, not other people.
Or the entire forest.
Sure. Do you want something just to shield the fire from the wind and possibly anyone possibly hypothetically looking for us?
Is it cold or is it warm tonight?
It's quite humid.
We don't need a fire. I've spent many nights alone. Surely we don't need a fire.
Yeah, fair enough.
Isabella pops off her safe bunker spell.
The hut.
The hut.
Yep.
The safety
Yep.
hut. And I think there was enough beds in there whilst on rotation for you guys to get your full night's sleep and become fully recovered, yes?
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Yeah, Kai's just going to walk up to one of the beds and collapse into it.
Wonderful.
And before going to bed, Vicky's going to go off to Hazel and just say a bit of a Hazel.
Yes, Vic.
Vic hasn't had a chance to say earlier, but Vic thanks you for the serenade Hazel gave a few nights ago.
Serenade?
Yes, Vic was on watch um, and someone was playing music for him.
They were?
Yes.
Well, that wasn't me.
Err. And Vic stands there very awkwardly.
Hazel stands there very awkwardly. Well, Hazel's gonna go to bed now.
And Vic will be over there.
Yes, he will be.
Vic shuffles off, embarrassed.
All right. Anyone else have anything to do during the evening?
No, Mitsu's relatively okay, so she can take the first watch.
Yeah. All right. Make sure you boost yourself up to full hit points, everyone. All right. Though the sound of the jungle does keep some of you awake more so than others. For example, Callahan being very much used to the jungle noises. Nothing seems to happen during the night or evening. Vic, you get a small pebble beside you.
Vic picks it up and looks at it.
It has the words, "Wrong one."
How is Vic looks at it and just says, "How is Vic to know?"
Do you roll over?
Sure.
There's another pebble.
Vic picks it up.
Doesn't matter.
Is Vic hearing these pebbles being tossed
No.
or landing?
No.
Vic looks around. It's like, hello?
Do you look up on the end of your bed?
Yeah.
There's a pebble.
Hey Vic, it seems like you've got a bit of a secret love admirer.
Well, Vic thought it was Hazel, but
Do you read the rock?
yes.
Not here.
Either she's good at magic, or she knows Vic well enough to know what Vic is thinking.
How does Vic know it's the she?
Vic hopes it's.
Anyway, Mitsu, how's your morning?
Very good. She's very well rested, and she enjoyed the early morning noises of all the birdies.
Yep. Kai?
Nothing too typical for Kai.
Callahan?
Who's the closest person next to me?
That might be whoever you wish.
I reach out and just tap Mitsu on the shoulder and just go, yes, my sleep was very good. The people are real.
Mitsu pats his hand and then removes it at the same time.
Yeah, don't touch me. Though there is one person missing from your party. Hazel. She seems to have snuck out during the night.
She already told us she was going to leave.
Yes.
but she didn't tell us when. So, yeah, that makes sense.
Isabella and Malleus come up to you and suggest that if they're going on traveling, maybe they need someone to scout out up ahead. Or maybe behind.
Is anyone here good at being a scout?
No.
Hmm.
Hang on.
Kai's probably
Mitsu is
best at
great
it.
at stealth.
Mm.
Yes, but you see, darling, I have a certain particular set of skills, Isabella says. Yeah, and I'm able to back her up. Malleus responds. So, if you look at it this way, darling, we should be right. I think it's important that we have someone to either scout ahead or scout behind, just to make sure we're not being followed, or we're not walking into danger.
Aren't we just going back to the mine? Of course we're walking into danger.
Ah, so we are going straight into the mine, back to the mine.
Weren't we just going to destroy the tower there?
Yeah, alright, we can do that.
Did anyone else have anything in mind?
Perhaps we should try and maybe lure the people out of the mine so we can deal with them away from the totem and then deal with the totem.
But there's always
Like,
a chance the totem will stun them too.
So, just game plan here. So what are we doing exactly? Because in my head, I think aren't we still trying to go to the elves? Is that what we're doing?
But we can't go back to the elves until we destroy all the dragon towers that we promised them that we will destroy.
Oh, okay. So, how many are left?
How many are left?
3 by the looks of it.
1, 2, yeah, 3. 3? 3.
Yeah.
3.
Yeah. 1 northwest, 1 where we are, and 1 across
three
the
of them.
river.
Yep, alright, yes, 3. Definitely 3.
Plus there's the thing that was marked on the map.
So, that shouldn't take too long, should it?
Yeah. But yeah, here's our system of dealing with those totems. First, we deal with the whoever's guarding it or whatever's guarding it, and then deal with the totem.
Sorry to be so questionative, but my next question here. What exactly are the totems, and why would people be guarding them?
I don't know why people are guarding them. They seem to be a very good job at guarding themselves.
Okay, and so they're bad, right?
I don't think a friendly tower will stun you.
Yes, you're very right there. Surely they shouldn't take too long to destroy.
And also, these towers are usually guarded by members of Syndicor tribe, which worship the Hark, who's evil dragon god of destruction, trying to make his way back into the world. So, trying to stop that.
Oh, so not very good.
No.
Oh, well, that must be stopped immediately. I can't have my show if the world is destroyed.
Vic appreciates priorities. Yes.
Yes, and I'm sure the elves will be in a very bad mood if we get there before the towers are destroyed.
You also make a very good point there.
So, you pack up your camp, roll up the bedrolls, and make your way back to the mine, yes?
Yes, but we stealth. I mean, Mitsu stealths.
Kai's going to stealth. Also, can Kai find a good spot for an ambush on the way?
It depends what you mean by ambush.
A spot to set up a fake campsite. Maybe someone pretending to be a granny sitting by a campfire.
Oh yeah, definitely. Isabella and Malleus could definitely set up a fake campsite or a safety net if you so require. And they can be further enough away for them to be called in time without risking you guys.
I was thinking more a place to lure the people guarding it away and dispose of them.
Oh, they can do that too. Isabella and Malleus can go set that up. Come on, guys. Give me a way to get rid of those two for now, alright? Jeez.
That's why I'm not arguing it.
And the rest of you make your way creeping back to the gold mine.
Cage over that far, and I'm assuming it's a cage.
Now,
do we see
something
any-
slightly different to what you last remember. You see that there are more... You see that the guards are more awake. They're more watchful, if that makes sense.
They're more alert. Yeah.
Yes, far more alert. As if they're waiting for an attack.
Like they've been tipped off.
Yes, exactly.
Tipped off by someone who disappeared from our camp?
No, more like you just attacked it the day before. And they want to be, prepared if something like this happens. Tipped off.
Mitsu is sticking with her thought. Does it actually look like we disabled that mark? Summoning mark?
You don't see anything new about it.
Vic believes he has disabled it.
So let me get this up and running. Sorry, because I should have been doing that before. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Shh. It's okay.
Mitsu keeps an eager eye on the people walking past that mound, hoping they'll get sucked into it like that other one was.
You don't see that happening, unfortunately.
Bugger. That's a shame. Just be careful around that mound. There was a giant spider thing that sucked someone in there.
Spider?
I just had an idea that's entirely not evil. Let's try and lure them through the mount or over the mount, or thinking we're on the other side of that mount.
Wouldn't they know if there's something in that mount?
Not if they were distracted.
And I do have a deck of convenient distractions.
I can play music. That might get their attention.
Do you want to attract a whole horde of them to you at once by yourself?
not personally.
I was going to just lob one of these cards on the other side of the mount. Something that's going to definitely attract them.
I like your
Or
plan.
on top of the mount.
If it's on top of the mound, wouldn't it get sucked in by this said spider?
Why not behind the mount?
Okay. So, now, is there any? Let's see if there's any adventuring party types in this deck.
Looking through the deck, you don't see any adventuring types. You believe you've already used them. But there does appear to be a rampaging knight.
Perfect.
Yeah.
How far would it be reasonable for a card to lob this thing
The
to
card?
attack? Yeah.
The card. Alright, so 5 feet is roughly 1.5 meters, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'd say half that.
As in, sort of flick throw it.
Yeah, maybe 5 feet. Do you know how hard it is to flick a card accurately?
Those are two very separate questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because you
And it
can
depends
you
on
can frisbee a card easily, right? But if you
Yep.
frisbee a card, it's not going to land in the direction you wish. To get it in that exact location, it's going to require a lot of dexterity.
Even with Mage Hand?
Oh, Mage Hand, you'll be able to place it there, definitely. But that's different to throwing, isn't it?
Yeah. So, half one, so 20 feet. Just be a second, I'll do some quick measurements. So Kai's probably going to have to go a little bit deeper into the woods. And
Yeah.
so yes, Kai's going to sneak up to the very edge there, sneaking very cautiously. And then she's going to Mage Hand out the rampaging knight behind the mount.
All right. So you grab your card with the Mage Hand and slowly drop the card behind the thing.
Yep. And once it's active, she's going to sneak back to the group as quick as possible.
The card lays there.
Yep.
Nothing happens.
Kai's going to Mage Hand it back.
Yep.
So I see that plan worked really well, but I have some concerns. Does it need you to actually like touch it to work it? See, I spend all this time alone. I actually learned something. I can cast unseen servant. Maybe he can. I know it's a bit cruel, but he can walk over to it and place it there, and plus it gives more distance.
Excellent thinking.
All
Let's
right.
go with your idea. Yeah. And Kai's going to sneak back to the group.
How do you cast your unseen servant?
I hold up my finger to the group and just go one moment, and I like turn around and like talk into my shirt, just going, I know you're shy, but I need you to come out, please. Like I'm just a bit desperate. Like I don't want you to die because you're my only friend, but please, friend Bob.
You feel this slight breeze wash over you.
I turn around to the group and go, he's here, and I go, pass me the card, please.
Yep. Kai passes it.
And I
Vic would appreciate it if you kept it in your pants.
Let's laugh it off. I turn around and give it to the unseen servant.
It hangs in midair, and then it makes its way. Yeah, it kind of makes its way halfway, and then turns back. The card kind of gestures towards the pile.
Yes, please, just a little bit further.
It makes its way up the pile.
Oh, it's up the pile.
Yeah.
Oh no.
The card turns back, nods. Or the card nods.
Perhaps behind the pile, just
Behind the pile, please. Just a little bit further back.
The card looks back, looks down, looks up. It starts moving towards the way the Chirakura is.
Oh no.
Starts nodding its head. Starts nodding the card.
No, back, not forward, back.
It moves back over the mound, behind the mound.
I turn him back to the group and I go, I'm so sorry. He's a little bit he's got my luck of navigation.
You see the card touch the ground.
I turn to Kai and go, so what happens now?
it just needs to be activated.
And how do we activate it?
Just
At this point in time, Kai, you realize that it needs to be hand activated.
Yeah, it needs to be hand activated.
Oh. And you wouldn't really want to remove your hand, would you? I suppose that means we need to walk over to it, doesn't it?
Or
Oh.
sneak.
Okay. Bob, you can come back now. With the card, please. With the card, please.
The card gets picked up and floats over back towards you.
Yep.
The Chirokara that's standing there kind of goes... Did I actually see what I think I just saw? Was there a card floating in midair?
I'm just imagining Bob, like, just stopping and shaking the card and just keep walking.
Was there a card just floating in midair? I think there was. Let's go investigate it. Giving the mounds a wide berth, he makes his way around to here.
Actually, Callahan, can you maybe have the unseen servant carry the card deeper into the forest with...
Yes, but don't we want them to go on the mount? He could always take the card onto the mount and just wave it around.
Buckets aren't that smart. That might actually work.
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, Bob.
At that point, wouldn't just a stick work or rock?
No. Card's too easy. Cards it's already there. It may as well.
Okay.
And also, card is unexpected.
But who would ever expect this a floating card?
Also, if they touch the card.
You're right. Can Bob go? Go on, Bob. You can do it. Back on the mound.
Alright. The card starts floating back towards the mound. Yet the Boggin stands in front of the card. Kind of looks at the card. Bob freezes. The Boggin kind of does like a 360 walk around the card and just kind of grabs it.
Where is the card? Is the card on top of the mound?
No, the card hasn't reached the mound yet. There is now a full-on tug of war between Bob and the Boggin.
Does the card activate?
Let's find out.
I feel like the tug of war is classed as touching, so someone might activate.
Yeah, but there has to be some intent behind it as well, right?
But he wants it, which means he wants it to come out.
Yeah, but following that logic, just picking up the deck of cards.
Yeah,
would do
exactly.
that.
I don't think this creature would know how to activate the card. There has to be an intent to activate it, and since there isn't an intent to activate, it's just a card floating in midair that's stuck in the air.
Yeah.
Stupid
How
bloody
strong
card
is Bob?
stuck in air.
Can Bob
not-
drag him to the mound?
Not really. He's got a bit of a negative on his strength. He's not doing too well. He could probably flip to it.
Oh, it's floss. It's a card. Has a knight on it. Cool. Puts it in his pocket.
It's only a common. Discard it.
Makes his way back.
Not at all phased that there was a floating card playing tug of war with him.
Kai's just going to play just a random card and... can Bob carry this one on top of the mount?
He can certainly try. Bob, wait, come back, please. We got another card.
Alright, so you feel the wave of air as Bob rushes past you. It picks up the card in midair. The card itself appears to be this winged, scaly creature with no legs, but with these massive wings and a giant maw. Bob makes
that
his
seems
way
safe.
back up to the hill. Another perception check. The Morgan sees another card, makes his way, intercepts the card, and does the whole thing over again.
Oh god damn it.
Good job,
Uh,
Bob.
Wait,
Maybe if it holds the card and when the boat comes for it, have Bob come back so we can maybe lure it onto the mound or lure it into the jungle so that we can
He could,
ambush it.
he
Bob,
could always
run! Run, Bob, run!
he could always throw the card or try to dodge.
Hey, how hard is Bob grabbing onto this card?
With his life.
Alright. A pair of thin, spidery legs bursts out from the mound, grabs the boggard, pulls both the boggard and Bob into the mound.
Bob! Friend Bob! My only friend! No, wait, I've got more friends. It's okay.
Yes, you feel you feel Bob dissipate. You have
That's
lost
so
your
sad.
friend for the day.
Oh, start wiping away these tears. It's okay. I'll see him tomorrow. This isn't the first time, you know. He got bitten by a snake once.
Wait. What?
He made a good sacrifice.
So never mind. He'll come back tomorrow.
There's one less boggart now.
You hear a voice come from the thing. Huh. Well, I guess they're fed for now. Boggards.
So,
Where did that other voice come from?
From the other side of the hut.
Can Sky do a sneak around?
Yeah, you can just sneak around. You hear a voice call up from further north. Everything alright? Do I need to release him? Do I need to release it? No, not yet. It was, it was fish legs. He got spidered. Oh, well, I never really liked the guy, so fair enough. As you sneak around, Kai, you see that there is a Charakra on the other side of the hut. Further up ahead, you see another Charakra in front of a cage. And from this angle, you can see what's in this cage. It looks like a giant dinosaur. Around 6 times the size of you.
Nothing too unusual there. And Kai's just going to sneak back and report this.
Yep.
Did you know they've got dinosaurs?
Dinosaurs. Like the things that died long ago.
Dinosaurs are actually quite common south of Galorian, which is where you currently are.
Well, dinosaurs. I didn't know they had dinosaurs. Oh, what a bit of a surprise. Could we somehow use it to our advantage?
What's a dinosaur?
Big.
It's like a dog that you don't want to get bitten by.
Yeah, it's just a dog. Don't worry about it.
It's only
Yeah.
6 times bigger than Kai.
Oh, only.
Actually, it'd probably be like 8 times bigger than Kai. Oh, sorry, yeah, 6 times bigger than Kai, yeah. It is a huge creature.
Let me restate that. It's a big dog that you don't want to get bitten by.
Oh, well, if it's just like a big dogs. So kind of like a wolf.
Well, I don't know if they travel in herds.
What was the cage made? From where Kai was before, could she discern sort of what was the construction of the cage?
Sturdy. With varying lengths of tree trunks tied together.
Uh, Maybe we can cause this dinosaur to rampage or something.
If we light it on fire.
I was thinking weaken the cage a little bit, and then cause it to do rampage on something.
Right, and how would you suggest we do this?
I'm pretty good at sneaking, and that cage was logs lashed together. And I'm pretty good at constructing and deconstructing certain things.
Oh, that's amazing.
Well, more design.
So what's your plan?
Mitsu was actually hoping to check out this looks like a bunk building and hopefully lure some of the enemies into there and attack them in there.
Okay.
If she climbed in through a window or something.
You see one window from where you're sitting. On the
Yes, but I'm not
northern
going to
side.
climb in that one. That's out in the open. She's going to go to the other side.
There are no... Wait. If you make your way around, there is one window on the southern side.
Yes, she attempts to sneak along this tree line.
What's everyone else doing?
Yeah. Would there be some way we could sort of get them all around the dinosaur and then let the dinosaur just rampage against all of them at once? You know, sort of 2 birds, 1 stone, 2 dogs, 1 bone, that sort of stuff.
I like your thinking. Probably a little optimistic, but I'm also up for optimism.
Maybe if Vic makes distraction by being there, you two open case.
Wouldn't it, like, go up close and personal with it?
Oh, you did say it was just like big dog.
I did, didn't I? Yes. Okay. Well, yeah, it shouldn't bite too hard.
Yeah.
Alright. So Mitsu goes over to the bunkhouse while everyone else leaves northward.
Sneaking north.
I mean, that sounds about right for my character.
Alright, can everyone roll me stealth checks as they creep within the jungle?
Ha!
Sure can.
Clank, clank, clank. This is sneaking, right? Clank, clank.
Mitsu should be fine so long as she's away from Vic.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Oh no, Vic's fine.
I'll roll that nat 20.
Alright, yes. So the group of 3, the 3 dino pals, can make their way northward silently, quietly, whilst Lady Mitsu makes her way to the bunkhouse. She peeks in through the window and sees that the house is currently empty.
It's empty.
Yes.
Can Mitsu... Is the window open?
No.
Can it be opened?
Yes.
Can Mitsu open it?
If you
Or at
smash
least
it.
try to.
Yeah, you can attempt to smash it open.
No, not smash it open. Slide it open.
Slide it open, huh? Not from this side. Looking at it, you see what appears to be like this thin wooden dowel piece propped up on the inside of the hut.
If it's a thin dowel rod, if Mitsu forcefully slides it, it wouldn't snap.
It would snap with enough effort, yes.
Mitsu's pretty strong.
Yeah, right. Roll me an athletics check as you attempt to push this window open and yeah.
No. Okay, Mitsu just smashes it.
All right.
It was worth a shot.
All right. You can indeed just so Mitsu struggles against this window, trying to open it with everything she's got. She takes an aspirated sigh, balls up her fist, and just smashes the window. Roll me her athletics check. Don't get a 1.
Do you say that? At 21.
All right. With no problem at all, you ball at your fist and smash the wall. Smash the glass open. Whoa! Did you hear that? That sounded like glass. This way.
She climbs in.
Alright. Mitsu, you jump into the house. Jump into the hut. Do you just stand there and wait?
I hide under the window.
Alright.
I duck
You
down.
hide under the window. As these two boggards make their way up and peek in. Meanwhile, the Dino Pals! They have made their way up past the tree line. They find themselves just next to the I'm just going to move you, Vic, for a second. You find yourselves in this thick tree line here. So if everyone can move themselves where Vic is.
Vic is going to take one look at the cage and ask, you said it looked like dog.
No, I didn't say it looked like a dog. I said it's like a dog. I didn't say it looked like one.
Ah.
Hey Vic, do you know much about nature?
No.
Alright. Kai, do you know much about nature?
She knows 0 things.
Alright. Yeah, it's a dinosaur.
But when Kai, can she discern sort of like
The dinosaur turns around, sniffing the air.
Can it turn around in that cage?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's plenty of room.
maybe we should back up just a little bit?
It seems to sniff in your direction.
I do believe there is a goblin voice redeemed.
Sure there is! This dino turns around and sniffs in your direction. Where's it go? The truck right next to him says. What'd you find? Where's you smell? His hand makes his way to the latch.
Callahan sniffs his armpit and tries to see if it's him that smells.
Roll me a fortitude save to make sure you don't knock yourself out.
I can do that. Is that just
Secondary Samurai welcomes! How's you doing? Sorry, I interrupted. Go on! That was rude of a gobbler of me. Keeps going.
How do you write fortitude? Did I pass out?
No, you're fine. You don't pass out to your instinct, but it is pretty bad.
Well, I have been in a forest for a couple of days. Probably more. And there's no showers out here.
Vic thinks maybe plan of making dinosaur rampage not best idea because looks like he wants to release him.
Okay, plan B, we stop him from releasing.
Who wants to go first?
Vic happy to go first.
Okay, if you really want to.
Kai turns to Vic. I am happy to sacrifice you for the greater good.
How are you going to get disarm this person from letting free the dinosaur?
Sharp, pointy objects and other things.
So you'd want to be invisible for it, yeah?
Or Vic run out and just tackle him away from Latch.
Or I could make you invisible if you really want to.
Yeah, that might work.
Yeah.
Okay. I start shaking my hands in the air and spit into them and like rub them together.
Wait,
and
at the same time? Like,
yeah, what? Yeah. Why not? And then bring my hands down and just spit into them and clap them together and go, all right. Start rubbing them together and go, all right, let's see if I can do a bit of magic here.
Yeah.
I walk over to Vic and start like rubbing his head, yeah, his head, and then down to his shoulders and just go, hocus pocus, you are now invisible Ocus.
Vic thinks your hands were still wet.
I rub my hands on my shirt.
actually, as the saliva rubs down Vic's face, it creates this invisible trail down, turning Vic invisible.
Thank you.
I turn to Kai and just go, see, now he's like friend Bob. It's just he won't die.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Hopefully.
Just don't get too close to that mount.
And don't get bitten by the tall puppy.
Okay. So Vic is going to.
As you move closer to the cage, you see the huge head of this thing kind of sniffs, and it follows you. Not in the exact place where you are, but it follows the general location as if it just smells your scent, but doesn't smell you.
Vic turns around and kind of just tries to fan his scent the other way.
I don't think it works like that.
No. Okay.
I'm assuming that we can't see any of this.
You see the dinosaur moving his head.
Yeah, you gotta point that.
How close is this chopper to unlatching the cage?
Well, he has his hand on it.
Okay. From here, is it how close would you say that chakra is to the pit?
To the pit?
And how steep is it?
15 feet to the around. I'd say 15 feet. So you got 5. Oh wait, no, a second. 5, 10 feet. And it is quite steep.
It is tempting to try and just kind of bull rush him to try and knock him into the pit. To
And it would stop him from unlatching the cage.
yeah. Is everyone okay with that?
Yep. And,
Yeah, that should be fine.
and Kai does have a backup plan of charge spell strike.
Okay. Vic would like to try and tackle this guy and try to push him into the pit.
Getting behind your shield, you put your entire weight behind it. You ground yourself into the ground and then spring forward, attempting to knock this guy forward into the pit. Meanwhile,
So that'd be in athletics.
yes. Meanwhile, you see anything in there, John? No, I don't. Huh. The window is definitely broken. Why don't you go around and see if there's anything on the other side? I mean, I can't see very well in here, but I'll guard the window just in case someone did indeed break in. You go around to see if if there is anyone. Got it.
Does Mitsu hear all of this?
Yes.
Can she roll under one of the beds that she's near?
Yes. Roll your stealth check.
32.
All right. You roll under the bed. Whoop! Hiding yourself away just as the door opens. The boggart looks around, steps in. Which bed did you roll under?
The one my character's on top of.
All right. This one
Under the
outside.
top bunk.
This one outside. John says, "Make sure you check under the beds."
Come on!
Right. He looks under this bed. Nothing. He looks under this bed. Nothing. He makes its way a step closer. He looks under this bed. Nothing. He makes his way to the bed right next to yours. Looks under. Nothing. Vic! You run up and you bounce off this chakra. Also, hello Raiders! Welcome! How are you today? Welcome. We got Evildoer. How are you going? How are you holding up? What have you been up to? Can we get a shout out for him as well? Even though I'm pretty sure most of the people we got are from him, so so everyone should know where he is. But we'll give him a shout out anyway. How was your game? What were you doing? I hope you had a fantastic time. The party is trying to sneakily get in and around a gold mine, surrounded by a cult that the party has been facing for the past several encounters. So they're trying to stealth their way through, and half of them are succeeding. And yes. Oh, map making. Nice. I love map making. It's great. Hey, Evildoer, why don't you pick a number from 1 to 51 for me? And I'll pick out a plot twist card and I'll play it immediately. Now, this can either help or hinder the party. 32? Oh, let's find out what we got. 32. Sanity check. Alright, I can play with this. Oh, let's do this. Vic. Also check the art for that. That's pretty cool. Vic,
Mm-hmm.
you spring yourself forward just as the trucker steps to the side. You hurtle yourself forwards into the pit.
Ah,
You
lovely.
fall. And you land straight in the center. You land in this sludge-like water.
Facing the mud, butt in the air. Vic groans with a bit of a bubbling.
You get up. You kind of wipe yourself off. But you feel something twist around your leg, almost brushing up against it.
It's not what Vic was hoping for.
Do you try to see what it was?
Yes.
Alright, you grab down your leg, you lift your leg up in the air, but there's nothing there. Instead, something brushes up against your other leg.
Vic doesn't like this. Maybe Vic should get out of water.
Roll me a fort save.
Not one.
As you stand in this water, jumping up and down, trying to make your way out, you know there's something in here. But you feel lethargic. Oh, wait, you've been given a reroll by Laura Byrne. So reroll that nat 1.
23.
23. Alright, that's slightly better. Alright. As you stand in this water, you see this gold fleck reflected in it. You think that this might be... You feel tainted in here. Something doesn't feel right. Something doesn't sit right. There's something wrong here. Do you try to make your way out of the pool?
Yes.
As you turn around to start climbing up the wall, you hear a splash. Almost silent. Do you turn around?
He's going to assume he is still invisible and is just going to not move for a bit.
Alright.
I have no idea if he is still invisible, but he's going to think he is.
So you're going to stay exactly where you are.
Yes.
The sound of something large softly comes out of the water. Right beside you, you see a moor. Nothing else. What appears to be a moor on the end of some limb. You have no idea. It bites next to you. It twists up around in front of you.
How does it smell?
It smells disgusting. It smells like featured water. It smells like... Have you ever been to a swamp, right? A swamp that has this stagnant water and it's been sitting there all year? And there's like a dead carp kind of in the middle of it, just floating, that's half decomposed? Yeah. Imagine how that smells.
Well...
Roll me a will save.
Will this be made worse because Vic actually has scent?
Yes. Roll me a will save.
19.
19. Callahan and Kai. Um, you don't see anything at all. Nothing's happened. The guard's still standing there.
Does the guard still have his hand on the latch?
Yes. And he appears to be kind of looking at the dinosaur. Is everything alright, girl? What do you smell?
Should we go for plan C?
I'm pretty sure that that Vic would almost be ready now. Maybe. I'm betting he's right there. He's gonna pounce at any moment. Or maybe he won't.
Yeah, nothing happens. Nothing seems to be happening. The Chirakra reaches out and pats the beast on the side.
Do you reckon if we I don't really know what we should do. What was plan C?
Charge in and spell strike.
Ah, yes, I see. And will it be effective?
And give him other things to think about.
I see. Well, I don't think I'm brave enough for this. You see, Death and I, we don't really go well together, and that's a very big puppy. And I personally like living. I've got new friends. You see, I don't really want to die.
Well, I've been promised a chocolate sundae.
A chocolate sundae? Do you reckon I could have one?
Yes, it does involve multiple near-death experiences.
Right. Well, if you could promise me a sundae, I'd follow you to the moon and back.
Meanwhile, Mitsu, a pair of webbed feet stands right in front of your bed that you are currently hiding underneath.
Yes. Well, the plan was to lure them in here. And now one of them's in here. Can she bite the toe with her beak?
Yeah, definitely. You can definitely bite the toe with your beak.
Yes.
Yep.
All right. Good.
You're going to get a +2 to this bonus because this thing is definitely not expecting getting bitten. The bed to move up or something to jump out at him, yes.
Oh my god, no.
And with a nat 1, Mitsu, you go, yes, open opportunity. You go for a beak slash. But this individual, John, with the should we come up with a better name for John? Let's go. Green Moss. Greenie jumps in through the window, seeing the flash of steel underneath the bed. He moves in quickly and pushes the other boggart out of the way.
Wait, what? He climbed through the window?
He jumped through the window.
Grrr. Bugger.
As you went for the bite, he smashes his foot against your beak, pinning you to the ground.
Well, that's not very nice.
These two make a frightful croak.
Uh-huh.
Vic has a giant maw next to him. The creature knows there's someone there. Can't see them, but this maw is right up against Vic, almost touching the side of his head. Whilst up here, Callahan and Kai, confused and not really sure what to do next. And with that, we'll end tonight's session.
Haha.
How are you guys going?
Loving it.
Yes, this is actually pretty good.
Yep. We'll do a round table. Why don't you tell me your favourite parts, your thoughts, your emotions, what you think, and we'll start off in the opposite order of how we started this afternoon. We'll start off with our brand new player, Renvolio, who's playing Callahan, who I think he's done a magnificent job. Everyone give him a round of applause. He's brand new to Pathfinder 2e. He's brand new to streaming. He's done incredibly well. How'd you go for tonight's game?
I think I went pretty well. I'm pretty happy with the way I voiced him as well as this very shy, nervous person. Despite being a bard, that's supposed to be very full of confidence.
Yeah.
I reckon my favorite part is that he got new friends.
Yeah, he did.
He did. He didn't have to just deal with Bob.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. It was a tragic moment though when we lost Bob. That was very tear-jerking, must say.
Yes. Did you have any favorite moments?
I loved the card, the floating card. That was definitely my favorite bit.
Oh, yeah.
How it just kept coming back and going forward, and the creature just that Bob took down and sacrificed his life to take out managed to gain 2 cards that he will never use.
I mean, he might use it if he figures out what it actually is.
Is he still alive?
Who knows? You'll have to find out next time. Next we have Kai, who was played by the incredible Sandpiper. How'd you go for tonight?
I thoroughly enjoyed it.
Any favourite parts?
I'd say the Boggart getting distracted by a cart and then disappearing into a mount.
I know, that was great, wasn't it? I know. As Laura said, that was very reminiscent of skit comedy right there. Next, Kajavi. Vic, how'd you go for tonight?
Oh, it was great.
Yep. Any favourite parts?
Well, as with everyone else, the moment with Bob and the card and Bogged, that was great. But excluding that, because that one seems to be a given,
Yep.
I say it would either have to be a toss-up between that awkward moment between Vic and Hazel, either that or Vic going for that tackle and just going whoop into the pit.
I mean, I'd give it a 9 out of 10. It was a great fall. It was great. It's glorious. I loved it. Mitsu, Jasmine, how'd you go for tonight?
It was pretty good. I love how I went one way and the whole party decided to go the complete other way.
Yep.
Great. Love it when that happens.
Yeah, you always
Sorry
split the
about
party,
that.
right?
Always split the party.
Best idea ever.
Find a 101. Always split the party.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's the best decision. You ever watched a horror mitsu?
Conquer by division.
Yeah, exactly.
And we know it seems to be split into like 3 different areas.
Oh yeah. Mitsu has found herself in a very sorry situation. No one should have the right to step on a beak. That is completely rude.
Yeah, I mean, how could they?
How could they step on my beak?
Yeah, exactly. It's unforgivable.
I do favorite part aside from the cards. Mitsu wasn't there for that, but the poor Vic confronting his so-called secret admirer, and it was not his secret admirer, and that crushing realization of which oh
Yeah. Oh well, it happens, unfortunately.
back
But
to
it's
the
great.
mind.
Yeah, it's fine. It gives us more enjoyment, and that's all that matters. Now, as a GM, this particular scenario is particularly difficult just because the amount of enemies, the amount of stuff that's happening, and then it's not easier when it's broken up into 3, right? So you can see I'll have 3 encounters coming up probably next session. So I have these 2 with the dinosaur, Vic and his mystery friend, as well as Mitsu and the 2 boggins in here. So I'm going to tell you what, next week is not going to be an easy game. Not for the party, probably not for me either. But it is definitely worth checking out. And you can find us here on this channel 2 hours ago in a week. So on Saturday, 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, where we continue this game. Or you can catch up with the players and everyone here at the Discord, which is the links. We have a Twitter, we have a Patreon. But more importantly, check out the Discord. It's where you get all the information. Also, every now and again on the Discord, I'll ask for people to come play with me, because I like people playing games with me. So you might be able to find an opportunity to play on a game of Pathfinder. You might be able to find yourself on a game of tabletop stuff. You might be able to find ourselves on a bunch of different stuff. Help me out with world building. All that sort of stuff. So you should definitely go check us out there. You can also find me on the Dead Aussie Gamer channel. Now guys, if you have not checked out the Dead Aussie Gamer channel, what are you even doing? I mean, you should definitely check him out. He's a professional game master. It's based in WA. So he does a bunch of, Dag is awesome. He is the best. I've learned a lot from Dag. So you should definitely check him out. He does a bunch of D&D stuff, a bunch of Pathfinder stuff. I'm on his Strange Aeons channel, Strange Aeons game, where I play Joseph, the Paladin of Regaithiel, and I am joined by the extremely talented Laura Burns, who should also be in chat. And if you have not checked out Laura Burns and you're interested in world building, what are you even doing, guys? It's Dead Aussie Gamer and Laura Burns, and Evil Doer as well. So those 3, definitely check those 3 out. They're incredible. Love everything they do, so definitely go check them out. Have I missed anything else, my friends? Shall I take that silence as yes or no?
Sounds like everything.
Sounds like everything? No, not kind words. Only truth. Only truth. That's right. We should thank our sponsors. For example, non-sponsor, which is Honey Lemon Tea and All Tea. Tabletop is, I can't remember what this thing was. Tabletop of choice of Foundry, Paizo for making all this, as well as, all of you guys who are just hanging out. Massive thank you to Jasmine, Fallen Blood Rain, Evil Doer, Laura Burns. You guys are incredible. This community is not without, this community isn't anything without you guys. So, all the love to you. Now, we are going to go raid a fellow Australian streamer who is currently running D&D, and we've been streaming him for a while. His name is Intense Quack, and when we go over, what do we do when we start raiding, my friends?
You release all the birds.
That's right. You let them know to release all the birds. If you have access to the bird raid emote, you should definitely spam that in the chat. If not, any bird emotes you have is great. So we'll raid Intense Quack. There we go. So we're going to go say hello to them. Make sure you release all the birds. And from everyone here at All Things Fantasy, from me to you, have fun. I want to see you next time. Bye, everyone.